Ladies and gentlemen, during How Not to Brony 24, as well as How to Brony 2, I touched upon two topics, the Alt CC and Doodle Tones. Dillin Thomas and SkiHound expressed an interest in clearing up some things about the Alt CC, as well as opinions on Doodle, the commentary community, and a couple other things. I hope I did you guys justice, and this podcast goes on for a while. And, dear Illogical Reaper, I guess this counts as my proof. Take it or leave it.
Say something, Dillon.
He's alive. Is he alive?
Oh, he joined. Okay.
This is FNGR. Welcome you to Limbo podcast, joined by the following co-hosts: Anubis, Death Alchemist.
Bad guys. Heads up.
Indeed, mangakamen will be joining us shortly, and these two kings of Limbo, SkiHound
What's up?
and Dillin Thomas.
Hi.
Well, this is going to be low energy all today here, so let's just get to it. So,
He's low energy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm just abnormally tired today, so I'm sorry if that leaks through.
no, well, if it's a bad, I guess we could come back for another time. There's
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can work with it.
All right, cool. Crack a coffee or something.
Who else did you say was joining?
Manga.
Mangakamen, Mr. Earl.
Oh, awesome. I love that guy.
All right, I don't know. Yeah, Map Pack sucks, or whatever his damn name. Map Hat. Yeah, did I get it right?
No, wait. We need to say it
Matt
3
Pet
times and
Hater
it'll come.
67.
Matt Pat. Matt Pat. Matt Pat.
Death Alchemist just had the best moment of his life. Savor that. So anyways, moving right along. I don't know how you timed that. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. So earlier, both of you gentlemen were telling me about the LCC is filled with people that are various bridges that Doodle has burned. Speaking from your own respective experiences, you've both been friends with Doodle. How did you meet so that we could give people some perspective, from how you got from here to there?
I met her through the original bandwagon back in like early 2016 when she made that one crappy video and everyone jumped on it.
Oh, so the TP and that Zarek and Gale Force try
Yeah,
out.
that one.
I want to clear things up real quick. Doodle has apologized for what she recently did, so me and Doodle are cool right now, so...
Yeah, no, I imagine...
She hasn't said a word to me.
Yeah.
Well,
she already apologized to me for what she did to piss me off.
Well, we'll take that in turn. But I just wanted to give people, perspective that in case people were looking at the Alt CC as like, oh, you guys are just hated because of da-da-da. It's like, well, weren't a lot of them friends to begin with, was what I was trying to get across.
Yeah. How I met Doodle was through that fucking idiotic shipping bandwagon. that thing was fucking retarded. They took a parody video and they went serious with it. So I just joked along with everybody, managed to piss off half of the CC, and then I just told Doodle it was a joke the whole time, and then we became friends afterwards.
Alright, again, feel free anybody to jump in here after I get this one at least. I'm assuming there's some other issues beyond just Doodle Tones in the commentary community. With my personal experiences from other communities, how do I put this? And there being other massive distractions due to how tight and chummy the commentary community has gotten at the top. Is it too much of a hug box to fix anything going on?
I would say at least to an extent. Like, I think there are some people that are receptive to it, but at the same time, there's people that either don't want to hear it, and they're not really dicks about it, but they do kind of stay out of the way and don't really pay much attention to it. And then there's people like Doodle that will just kick you and cut you off from them for being critical of them.
Yeah, like I was saying before, Doodle has a bad habit of overreacting. So for Doodle to have so much responsibility is kind of jarring. But like I said before, me and Doodle are friends at the moment, so I'm not trying to attack her at all. I'm just saying that overreacting is a problem that Doodle has. To have so much of a word in the commentary community and be so quickly to fall apart, it isn't helpful for the rest of them. But yeah, the main reason why we formed the ult wasn't just because of Doodle, though. It was because of how people treated Doodle. Like, no matter what, people in the CC were just defending Doodle Tones even over the most stupidest of shit. Like, even now, the CC mostly admits that they were in the wrong for doing the Just a Robot bandwagon. But so many people hopped on it for no fucking reason, just to defend Doodle.
And people still defend that. Like, people are still saying, "Oh, that's not an example of a hive mind, you guys." I've had to explain this to people twice. Like, I'm not completely against Kayden for this, but it was kind of tedious for him and also Mr. Awesome, I had to break this down and explain to them why a bunch of people in the same community making the same video on Impulse about one guy because he attacked one of their popular member is a hive mind mentality.
To be honest, I do have to say that Just Robot's commentary on Jan Champalo, I'm just going to call him Zangoose, wasn't the best out there. I'm going to admit that right now. I mean, you're talking to the guy who's the Pokemon commentator right here, so I think I know a few about that.
I would exactly. I would not think about that.
What do you
I'm the Pokemon commentator.
Jesus Christ!
Hey, man, it works.
I thought that was TP's title.
Yeah, I was about to say mangakamen, the alt-CC, in all likelihood, may well listen to this podcast. They would be like, I'm known as the Pokemon commentator! I'm just imagining Darkseid, like, shitting himself laughing. Did he really just say that shit?
Well, we all know who Manga is already.
It's the Undertale commentator here.
Don't make it easier. Come on.
Oh god. Okay.
Hashtag skeleton of the CC.
I don't freaking care. I don't care if
Okay.
That's it.
Speaking of Just a Robot, I have a very important question for you two. Does he use the voice changer when in call?
I don't know if I should say that because like he's
Trade
very...
secret. No, that's fine. Immersion. Keep with it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I respect the gimmick and the shtick. Let's go with that.
He's a very private person. He doesn't want everyone to know stuff about him.
Oh no, it's fine.
Fair enough.
The second question for Dillon is, if that Pepe hoodie actually existed, would you buy it and wear it unironically?
I plan on it. As soon as I can find one that exists.
Get a tailor to make a fucking Pepe hoodie.
I'm surprised someone hasn't already done that.
Okay, again.
If I go to a YouTuber conference, like if I go to one of those YouTuber meetups, I'm wearing a Pepe hoodie.
That'll work.
All right, here's a question for you guys, and I don't know if this has already been asked or not, but has there been anything in the alt-CC so far that you found to be a bit more troublesome than you were expecting?
Chambers.
I knew that was going to be the super easy one. No. We'll get to Chambers. Let's do Chambers right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to explain that, don't I? That was just a fucking clusterfuck.
I take responsibility for adding her in. I didn't look into the bop com. I just took her at face value for what she said happened to her. She said she had a differing opinion from the CC, and then they all just kind of gangbanged her in a fucking commentary. So I'm like, okay.
When I saw Chamber of My Heart's in there, my knee-jerk reaction, I looked at the alt-CC, is like, is this literally the land of, what do you call it?
Forgotten Toys.
Land of Forgotten Toys, Misfit Toys. And I was like, why is Chamber of My Heart's here?
That's when we were being less judgy. Now it's way harder.
Yeah, no, she came up to me and like she wanted to give me like a half-hour discussion, and he's like, here's 30 chat logs from SkiHound. I'm like, why are you giving these to me?
Yeah, that was the thing. That's my problem. Like, there's a lot of context, because basically what her point was against me was that I was in a Doodles Discord chat, whatever, and they were talking about Darkseid's video, and I showed a chat log from that chat in our private chat to make a point, and it was a public chat. And I told everyone, don't publicly leak these. It was just there to talk about and make a point about. And the only person that broke that trust was fucking Chambers, who publicly leaked it to everyone, and she's on to me for leaking things.
Yeah, and not to mention I have talked to Doodle about this. Chambers is one of the reasons why Doodle had her breakdown. So Chambers just fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
you know what?
I'm kind of mad at Doodle for even being able to trust Chambers. Like,
well, to be fair, like I know there's obviously the thing with the Bobcom, but the Fluke Dog thing and that kind of goes before Doodle's time.
Well, I wanted to give a.
Well, no. I mean, why would you just like some random person shows up just saying some weird shit and probably lying about me, saying things about me that I don't even know about, probably, and then you just like take it at face value. I just don't like that. It's kind of scummy.
Okay, I wanted to give you a chance here to put over the alt CC versus the regular CC. How long did it take for you to remove someone who was problematic versus how long it takes in CC land, like where you're dealing with like someone who's being a pain in the ass?
Instantly, as soon as she leaked the chat log, she was out.
See,
I removed her in that stream. I said, "You're out."
That's stream.
Nope, that's exactly how fast things should be dealt with. If you could get that across to people and say you're more efficient, we don't let problems become a huge, massive migraine. You're gonna over.
Just look at the Bourg situation. I'm not being mean to Bourg or anything, but Bourg was having issues with Chirp Rocks, and we all said, we disagree with you. We think you're taking it too far. You need to back off.
Yeah, the only reason why I didn't really say anything about Chambers because I knew Berg was on good terms with her, and like I think 2 days later he's like, "No, she turned on me. Fuck her," something along those lines.
I was gonna say, people say that we aren't welcoming people with outside opinions because of what happened with Chambers. Borg was way different in fucking political views and opinion wise. And we welcomed him in, and we didn't judge him for his political views. So I think that's completely fucking asinine that people say that
he only left of his own accord, and that was about something unrelated.
Here's something for you guys. I mean, from what I can understand, what I'm getting right here, I mean, it's a lot easier because it seems like the alt CC is more like and this is just my interpretation of it, it seems like it's more like a group than an actual full-length community because, like I'm not a part of any groups right now officially and stuff like that, but doesn't it seem like it's sort of something like akin to like BOP or something like that?
I think
the community group thing to me is extremely semantic. It doesn't matter much to me, but I would say as someone who's actually in BOP for over 2 years, it operates differently than BOP.
Well, no, what I'm getting at is that you're kicking people. I'm just saying what I'm saying right here because you're kicking people out like in like a group would and stuff.
I think what Common's trying to say is closer to the Rift than it is an actual community. I get what
I would say. It's more of a private community than a public community like the CC is.
Well, that's
you guys are your own horseshoe crew.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm.
That's how you should do it.
You guys would be a lot more, centralized, if that's the right terminology I'm going with right here.
Centralized.
If I could guess, you want your own Just Us League, and I fully support that. Say, Ski. Exactly. So, Ski, you've had access to the Federation and Exalted.
Yep.
What did you like over there versus what did you like and what didn't you like being critical?
Oh, I can be critical. What I liked about it, I liked it basically when Fox was people wanted to move over to Odd. I was one of the few people that wanted Fox to stay what it was. But no, everyone else moved over to Odd, and well, we all know what happened to Odd. And if you didn't, basically, like, just an image of the Titanic sinking, that's what happened to Odd. That's basically the spitting image of what happened to that group. But yeah, I don't know, it's an alright group. I think it makes decent stuff every once in a while. But there are definitely problems with it. I think the people in it, there's not enough heavy hitters in Fox. I feel like most of the people in Fox are kind of okay to me. And I mean, there's problems with the way it's managed, but that's kind of private, so I won't get into that really.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand it. I won't bring it up either.
Yeah, and I think the problems with like they're kind of the videos they make are very cliched. Like in terms of the commentary community, they do the basic formula that everyone else has been doing since 2014. They do the intro skit and the inside jokes in the outro skit, and the acting in their skits isn't very good. It's just I think they could be a lot better.
Bane, what are you doing here?
God.
What are you doing here?
Speaking of, I guess, the formula in a way, Ski, in your opinion, what would you say are, like, off the top of your head, like, commentaries that you think of that really break the mold and kind of, like, I guess, push the community to, like, its limit and stuff of, like, what it's capable of?
Break the mold. That's kind of an interesting question, actually. I haven't really thought much about that. This is going to sound kind of like I'm jerking myself off. But me and Redden's video on Super Funny Bros, I felt like that was one that was kind of breaking new ground because at least we were questioning the community and we actually called something out in that video. And I think Darksei's new commentaries that he does, I think they're interesting new format.
I just really liked fucking Ryan's videos. Like, Ryan's videos were always strangely consistent to each other, and I like a ongoing narrative. But the problem with the rest of CC is they have a horrible time keeping track of continuity, and that's something that can really bug me. Or they say, continuity doesn't matter. Like Doodle Tones does.
Actually,
and I'm like, it does matter.
I mean, Ryan kind of made it.
I thought of another one. Pondo Sprocket. She also does that type of thing where she doesn't take too much shit from the community. If she sees a problem, she'll call it out, and she doesn't really give a shit about any of the things the CC usually enforces. So yeah, I have respect for Ponder for that.
I mean, I personally just really like how like she's the only commentator I've ever seen who like draws while she's commentating. I find that really cool. Yeah. And I also
Played a quick question here. Who do you think has the most promise in the alt CC?
Most
in
promise.
the alt.
Okay, not including you two, just to make.
I know.
No, jerk yourself off. It's your podcast, man.
if I had to guess, I would say Scythe has a lot of potential. Like a lot of potential. I have no clue what he plans on doing with this series, but I see myself being a little bit too self-contained. You're not gonna get leaps of improvement from me out of every video. It's gonna be strangely consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I don't know about Ski though. I have no clue.
I actually struggle with being consistent, to be honest. I feel like sometimes I'm a little too inconsistent with the way I make my videos, and I'm trying to kind of remedy that at least. Like, make it not so like I have a different, like my editing is different in every video, and I change something in every video, because I always fucking do that, and I feel like I need to stay consistent for once.
I mean, to be fair, one could say like variety is the spice of life, and like that style of randomness could make your videos appealing.
I don't know why I do it, but I feel like I make needless changes every time I make a video, and it's just
experimentation. You'd want to see what sticks with the audience, right?
Well, yeah, but I've been doing that for the past 2 years, and I think I finally found something that works.
Okay. Because I'm going to be doing videos on the CC, I already ordered my artist to make me face palming Dillin, so that'll be something I'll be changing soon.
Oh, who's your artist?
Sam. She's a really great artist on Twitter. If you go to any of my videos that are recent, Sam is always in the description.
Okay.
She's just really great, and she does cheap artwork.
Alright, I'll definitely need that link. Make sure to throw it in the room. But who's been outside of Doodle, who's been the most frustrating person in the commentary community since you guys have tried to improve things?
I'll let Ski go first, because he knows what I'm going to say. The 3 people I'm going to say is really obvious.
Basically, Mr. Awesome, Illogical Reaper, and Blaze of Arcana.
Isn't Illogical Reaper just somebody in the comment section?
No, he makes commentaries.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, he did go on a hiatus with a trillion quotation marks, and then he came back 3 days later. But yeah, he makes commentaries.
For me, it's Reaper, Boone, and Blaze of Arcana. Not because they make good points, it's because they just spout out shit without even looking into what they're fucking talking about. And it becomes really tedious to have to argue with them constantly when they never care to listen.
Alright, following that question, who do you think is the most open-minded so far in the CC towards the alt CC?
I would have to say you or MD. I know MD left, but MD's been really cool about the ult. Or hell, even David the Savior was perfectly okay with listening about what the ult was.
Yeah, Ryan has also been open about it.
Oh, Ryan isn't part of the CC either anymore.
Well, I mean, I know he's not part of the CC, but like he understands at least.
Yeah.
Sending a message here. Well, let me use just loud and clear for everyone listening. For any waiting for you guys to pass over like the common cold, is the alt CC here to stay?
Yeah, it's here to stay. Even if the CC were to die tomorrow, we would move on to something else. Yeah, we already have great chemistry.
No, I do have a question here you guys might choose. Yeah, I'll let you go after this comment, sorry. If you choose to pass on this, I'll just edit the question out. Ski, you've been around some of the ex-members of BOP that were removed. Say Duke, Zarek, Kayden Marks. Would you like to comment on those issues and how they were handled?
Zarek he was a giant dick, and he was rightfully kicked. He's still a giant dick from what I understand. The last video he made was bad. Honestly, good riddance to him. Duke is kind of weird, but I think...
Didn't she leave on her own free will, though, as I recall?
No. I remember people being fed up with her. I don't have too much against her at the moment, so... yeah, not much against Duke. Kayden seems to be doing a lot better lately, so I don't have much against him either. And we did have a good discussion on Hobbs' live stream.
Yeah, I'm just saying this now. I dropped the ill will I had towards Kayden. He showed me that he can be presentable when he's not being overly emotional.
Hey, I kept that one thing quiet, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Okay, Manga?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I've seen a lot of your guys in the alt CC. You mentioned the Neo CC and the CC. Do you think there is a difference between like people who are in the Neo or in the regular commentary community and stuff like that, or is it just basically like an umbrella term for the Neo CC?
The Neo CC is the regular CC. It's just the current CC is the Neo CC, as in contrast with the old CC, basically.
The reason why we felt we needed to give them a nickname is because there's too many different commentary communities that call themselves the CC at this time.
Yeah, I understand that, but Don't you think it's kind of a little bit of too much of an umbrella term to really group
No,
everyone?
I really don't. Because they called themselves the commentary community before. If you add a prefix to that, it's not like all of a sudden you're labeling them. They already had a label. We just changed it slightly to fit within the community that they are in.
Plus, people kept messaging me if I was going to be targeting Leafy's here, and that got really fucking annoying.
You already did, didn't you?
Leafy's commentary community is way too easy. None of them are going to notice us. None of them are going to fucking listen or care. They make thousands every month being pieces of shit. There's no stopping them.
It's like Dillon makes a comment on Pyrocynical or something.
All right.
Hey, Pyro. He's cool.
He does make good content. I was just throwing up an example.
Yeah.
Quick thing here.
Now, what you want to do is you want to critique Clown. You want to critique Colossus Glaze because he'll actually listen.
Comment, I hear that again. Is it your mic?
Yeah, it probably is. I'm just, like I said, I got a bit of a cold and I'm running around trying to, not die.
Okay. Say, Dark Scythe has a definite style, personality. Style. There. Fuck it.
Lyle.
Yeah, whatever.
Dark style.
Pile.
At least from the outside in, and you mentioned it before with the podcast, how often do you have to keep, reminding him it's the Alt CC and not Dark Scythe and Friends?
Oh, he had to remind me that his podcast was Late Night with Dark Scythe and not the LCC cast.
I still love the name.
Yeah, we need to make that a thing.
But yeah, you could even see from I think it was last night or the night before, me and Ski did a political podcast on the Alt CC page. So we aren't just bent on attacking the CC, we have other plans.
Yeah. Well, in all clarity, I don't care what Darkseid does. He can have the Alt CC cast or whatever, I don't really care, but yeah.
Alright, just
yeah, we are doing more political stuff now, and I think that's a good change. It's just, I think it's really refreshing to be talking about stuff like world events and other stuff rather than Go Animate or whatever the hell Doodle's doing now.
I want to be the foil to the CC, but I don't want to harbin on the CC so much to where we become over obsessive.
Yeah, that's
we're not 4chan for the CC.
that would be pretty hilarious though.
Well, maybe Jesus is. I'm not anything there.
An immature god.
Yeah, they might be. Those are the only people you really have to worry about, actually harassing you.
But before the Alt CC really got started, who did you guys respectively have the biggest problem with online?
Commentary community or in general?
Yeah, in general, either or.
I know Doodle's gonna get upset because we just settled shit, but when I got into the commentary, when I got into the alt before it was even named the alt, it was during the whole emotion versus logic saga. So of course it was Doodle Tones at the time. But right now I don't really have a beef towards any one person.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, that's reasonable.
Okay.
Totally off-topic question. Ski, what would you say are your favorite genres of music and bands, and same for Dillon?
I'd say my favorite genre is probably metal.
I'm gonna be very vague and just say video game remixes you find on YouTube.
Oh no, dude, that's awesome. You like OC Remix?
Yeah, I really like the fucking Game Chops channel. They make some great shit.
If you could give advice to your friends or former friends, what would it be?
I always say think for yourself, because whenever you follow a hive mind or follow a chain of command, whatever you want to call it, if you take someone's suggestions, it always ends bad. Just look at when Doodle Tones does a video someone suggests her to do, when I did the fucking Metacur video that I was suggested to do, it always ends badly. Think for yourself and do the research yourself, or else you'll end up looking like a jackass.
When you think people started out hungry, kind of at the conception of the commentary community, who do you think was the most principled people who just became lazy?
Principled people who became lazy.
God,
it's hard to say.
M-Skull?
I would say at
that was a long
point,
ass time ago.
Yeah,
I would say at one point Illogical Reaper showed a little bit of promise, but then he just fell into his own little hubris.
Yeah, I mean you could say the same thing with Doodle.
God, I really don't want Doodle to think I'm talking shit again, but
I don't.
Yeah,
honestly,
same.
She hasn't said a word to me, so I don't really care because it seems like she wants to stay cut off from me. So I actually attempted to watch her latest video, and it's just I don't understand what the entertainment value or interest is in this. Just basically, she covered a bunch of videos of people making in like a Go Animate drama, and they were talking about the most mundane things ever, and she was just correcting them on like minor things. I didn't understand. Like, well, why would you? I'm not saying she was wrong because I didn't pay attention enough to tell if she was actually wrong or not. But it's just kind of like, why would you make this a video? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, you actually were entertaining, but that's kind of like one of the problems. I mean, Doodles, when it comes to that kind of sort of thing, Doodle's not really the most entertaining.
Yeah,
is it
actually
kind of
to quote FNGR because I think it was right on this. This was from a video a while ago.
Yeah.
He said that Doodle Tones is drier than Betty White's panties. I think that's pretty accurate.
I was just being a dick when I said that. I really was. She came up to me. She's like, "Am I really that bad?" I'm like, "I was just being an asshole."
Although, to be fair, I would say, Ski, your co-op with Doodle was actually very well done, at least in terms of entertainment. I will say, oh god, remember the one where on the Mr. Enter commentary on like the McFarlane's cavalcade of comedy, just how she just kept on using as many offensive jokes as possible just to piss off Enter.
That was one of the ones I liked because she didn't give a shit. But but she gets so offended at things. She tries to play it off like she's anti-SJW sometimes, but when people come at her with it, she really does just go into her shell.
Is she? If I had to pick like really fucking bad videos that aren't like the controversial ones, I'd go with her crossover with fucking Kayden Marks on that one guy about YouTube's policy change. And her crossover with Rion for Lord Huguenot. Those are just horrible videos.
No, just in case.
Why did you dislike?
Whoa, Cameron! Goddamn, man! Holy shit! For Doodle, a quick question: the way you make it you make it sound like she's like the John Enter, where she has to literally jam her 2 cents in everywhere, whether she has any idea what the hell's going on. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Take it.
Dillon, out of curiosity, what was your problems with the Emmer Prevost commentary?
Are you talking about the one with Kayden?
Yeah.
My problem is that Kayden got to go through the whole video without making one fucking point. Kayden was just a dick. And I don't mind if you're just gonna fucking insult someone and roast them. But if you're doing a commentary where you're actually trying, or at least Doodles trying to fucking debunk the guy's points, can we have Kayden do something besides just call him fat in the background? Like, there was no fucking point for him being there. There even got to be a point to where Doodles talking over Kayden. Kayden's just saying fat, obese, Cheeto dust. I'm like, Kayden, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! You are contributing nothing to this!
Well, to be fair, he was shot out of a cannon as a punishment.
That's true, but I'm just saying, it was a bad crossover to me, because with a commentary crossover, and you're bringing in someone as big as Kayden, I expect good points, and that was my introduction to Kayden, and that was a sour note to be introduced with.
Let's get away from Doodle. What are the three guys think are the best and the worst commentaries you've seen that are not from Doodle?
God almighty. Actually, one of the worst commentaries I've ever seen, it was a co-op between, what was his name, Commentarian and Azelf on fucking Joshua, because I felt like that kind of encompassed a ton of the problems with commentaries. Like, it had an annoying intro skit, and just like these awful anime characters, and everything was obnoxious. The music was obnoxious. The visuals were obnoxious. It was just excruciating to watch, and all the points they made were nitpicky and stupid, and it was just pure autism.
For worst, I'm going with that Rainbow Dash reject who did a commentary on Just a Robot. Not because the points were shit, it's because the points were deliberately manipulated, and the evidence was bent to fucking favor the Rainbow Dash person over Jar. And I hate people who manipulate fucking evidence.
Fuck you too! No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's
I like how everyone calls him Rainbow Dash now.
Why do you feel like you have to spin a false narrative on somebody if you can't bring up
he's Sheldon! Sorry, go ahead.
If you can't bring up any good points against someone, why even bother to make a video on them? I get that it was a popular thing to do at the time, but he brought nothing new to the table, and the few things that he did bring were lies. Like, they were proven wrong in Jar's video. He played clips purposely out of context just to make it look like Jar was lying. and I can't get over that. That's just so fucking scummy for any commentator to do.
What do you think, or who more or less would you like to nab for the alt CC?
I'm gonna be. I hope I don't get shit for this, but I have been trying to get MD in. That's like my number one pick for people I want in right now.
MDXLR?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see her causing any problems. I think that would be fine.
Person who I would never let in is Blaze of Arcana.
Holy shit!
For a second, I thought you were gonna say Doodles.
Reaper. Oh god. I
Isn't
don't know
that
if you
a
guys have
Kayden's
heard the Reaper
No,
trying to
that's
get into the alt CC story. It's so strange because he's so like anti alt CC, but at one point he was trying to get in. And
Snake too.
He was saying like, well, you know. He was saying like, "Hey, can I join the alt CC?" And I'm like, "Well, no, because no one likes you." And then he was like, he's like, "Well, no, I can deal with them. I can deal with them when I go in there." And he was just like assuming that we would let him waltz in because he could deal with us. But no, you have to actually be let in, you dumbass.
Darkseid's response was perfect. Darkseid said, "If he gets in, I'm out."
There's only room for one Reaper in this town.
I fucking love that.
When you were talking about somebody that nobody likes, I was hoping maybe you'll give me this sound bite, maybe not. You were saying that no one liked Woffle waffles. Could you say that one more time? Just get a little sound bite there, maybe?
No one as far as I know likes Woffle. Like everyone just rags on him.
In the old CC.
I don't care if that gets turned into like a soundbite.
Oh yeah.
Like I think he should know that nobody likes him.
Oh, that's been
It should be obvious unless you have like some tism. Because we make it really fucking obvious. He has to join. We said no.
Oh, God bless you, Dillon. God bless you. You and your next.
Well,
five
I am
generations.
already seen as the cunt, so might as well stick to it.
So, if you got a button that you could change anything you wanted about YouTube, the commentary community, anything online, what would it be?
Let's just get rid of the political correctness in the echo chambers and all of the like lying and bullshit.
I would just fix the algorithm because I don't think it's
just the algorithm.
I think it sucks that the algorithm's always changing. It's so inconsistent to where like several years ago the whole animation community just died, and now if it changes even slightly, the whole fucking commentary community could just die. I find that terrifying.
Wait, what killed the animation community?
What
It's
killed
because
the
they
animation?
couldn't get out. It's because they couldn't get content out at a fast rate. So we go as though you got the people like Leaky or daily content.
See what you're saying.
And retention time. Like animation's usually short, so
actually, speaking of like how YouTube works and commentaries, does anyone remember you used to be able to like make actual video responses to videos?
Yes, that was so cool.
Put them under the video, and people could find it when they watch that video and click on it. That was the coolest shit ever.
It got abused really bad in like 2011,
especially with those reply girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It got really bad towards the end.
Imagine with reactioners how that would work.
I mean, the slight solution I would come up to that is that the creator of the content would be able to see the reply videos, and they could like choose which ones to post up, or like one random one.
Well, I mean, but then they could like silence any like criticisms of.
What I think what should have been done is like how they have like the content ID match and stuff like that. So if there's like something that's really like if it's like a full reactor and they're like doing like a whole video reacting without breaking it up or changing the footage like they did before, then that would actually be a little bit better.
I have one little thing I want to say as advice to people in the commentary community.
Don't be sensitive.
That too, but don't try daily uploads or like every other day uploads, because trust me, I tried it, Doodle tried it, it ends horribly. Take your time with your video.
You were really gunning it for a while there, Common.
Actually, I think I'm gonna, because like the political stream we did.
Yeah.
I think I might do, because I am interested in doing it kind of every other day or doing it frequently on my channel.
Well, I can do that. That's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing you can do and be done with, but not like videos take a lot longer to make. Videos usually take at least a couple days to make good.
Yeah, it really depends what kind of content you're doing. I mean, if it's like say it's a podcast right there, it's not something that would require a whole lot of effort. Like you don't have.
It's not really. It doesn't require effort, but it doesn't require excessive amounts of times. You do it and then you're done with it pretty much. You just like you set up the thumbnail and everything, and then you're golden.
Well, I was getting asked that it doesn't take as much effort as like putting your poses and doing all the editing and that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. You don't have to edit. The only thing that's kind of a challenge with political streams is you have to find stories and you have to set them up so you have a bunch of things to talk about ready. But that's about it.
I guess that makes sense why the drunken peasants do it every other week.
Well,
don't they do it 2 times a week?
Oh, really? I thought it was just once. Okay.
No, they do it like it's like or I think it's even more than that. They do it like Wednesday, I think. I don't watch them anymore, so I forget.
Oh, okay.
I think I fucked myself over this month though, because like I kept pushing back my Black Lives Matter video, and now it's gonna be out in fucking Black History Month.
well, you know what, Dillon? You have a wonderful narrative there. Not to be too sensitive, then there's having too much balls.
If people are gonna think I did it on purpose too, I pushed it back because I know what?
I would retroactively act like it is. You're like, I did it. Now I'm that white.
You know what else you should do to twist the knife? In the thumbnail, put "Welcome to Black History Month, the shortest month of the year."
You could get your OC Dawn up with like the black face too. You just go for it.
Oh my god!
You could be Mr. Popo.
Oh god!
Hi.
You guys, if I fucking paid for my avatar to do that, I'd go fucking broke. That's too many avatars.
Just go for
Blackface Dillon.
Blackface Dillon. I'll get that artwork done for you if you want. Hey, Kamen, how much? I don't think he wants to be credited for that one, Dillon.
I don't think I want to add racist to my list as well. Because, like, I'm a lot of things, but that isn't one of them yet.
That's just a joke.
Minstrel Dillon.
Yes.
If I do blackface Dillon, I'm fucking racist.
It's a satire.
So just think of it as like a moisturizing, smoothing mask, like those things that the women put on, like it's one of those.
You said one of the words that is like forbidden in the Neo CC.
What's that?
Satire.
Oh.
It's just a satire, bro.
Like if anybody in the CC hears it's a joke, it's satire, or we were trolling, they automatically assume you can never be serious.
Absolutely.
I understand where that comes from, although I will say, like,
Darkseid's called me a cuck, so everything he says should not be taken seriously ever.
It's more like how it comes down to, like, sometimes people would always use that as, like, a get-out-of-jail-free card when they're actually just, like, making shitty content.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to admit there are people who are actually doing satire and stuff like that. I mean, you got Filthy Frank, who actually make it a point to say, like, hey, this is a character.
Filthy Frank is a satire of a fucking human being, honestly.
No, I'm also saying, like, hey, I got a
YouTube is taking down my channel.
I'm just saying, like, I got a drunken griffin who takes the piss out of people, too. I mean, you take him seriously?
I think people should know by now that Dork Scythe is joking around.
Oh god, it's Dark Scythe, but every time they say dark, it's edited with a picture with a clip of Kevin from Ed and Eddie saying dork.
Dork Scythe.
I thought part of the charm was not knowing when he's joking, when he's being serious. When you get that down to a science and your fans don't care or know anymore. As long as they're still watching, you're gold.
Honestly, it's really not hard to tell when someone is being trolling and when they're trying to be taken seriously. I don't know why the CC has such a problem with it, but I think it's a symptom of autism, honestly. Because when Darkseid is like, "Oh, you're a cuck, kill yourself" or whatever, if you can't tell that that's a joke.
Well, he took Ryan's comments seriously in his video. Remember about Mortal Kombat? He took him seriously.
Well, that wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke skit.
That's cuck with a K.
Cuck with a K.
I forgot I said that.
Oh god!
No, I seriously did. I was like, "Oh shit! I was supposed to be paying attention to that."
Going back to at least in regards to artists, Ski, if you could have if you had all the money in the world and you could have any one artist make your vectors, who would you choose and why?
Like any artist?
Yeah, any artist on DA, any digital artist on, like, say, DA or anywhere, or anybody you follow.
Oh, if I had to choose, like, any artist.
If you had a no price limit cap, when you just ask for an animation,
no price.
It could be Nero's Q, but good.
Get with Hot Diggity Demon where he has an animated freaking OC shit.
Yeah.
I would actually love that if I could have like a 2D animation for all my commentaries.
But
that'll never fucking happen.
I don't even know how
that sounds so time consuming. I don't know how people do that.
Tons of work and experience.
It really depends on.
No,
that
sounds tedious as fuck. And like this is coming from someone that can edit relatively quickly. Actually, fully animating your avatar throughout a video sounds like the most tedious thing on the planet.
Okay. Ski, the thing I heard about that was from Crown Prince, where she says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. She's like, I give you animation.
The thing that I love is that some people from the CC said that my videos, the animations aren't fluid enough. Like that, I do a pose for too long. I'm like, well, at least my character's doing some poses to react to what I'm saying. I'm not just sliding some random anime pic across the screen.
I mean, if they got that problem with you, Dylan, they have that problem with me because I do the exact same thing.
Actually, I know what artists I would commission to do all of my avatars. Ben Garrison.
Oh god.
Who's Ben Garrison?
I mean,
you don't know Ben Garrison?
Tell the story. Tell the story.
Ben Garrison, the famous. He cleansed all of Israel one time or something. I kind of forget. The story's kind of fuzzy in my head.
Oh god! If I recall correctly from Know Your Meme, he was a political cartoonist, and I think 4chan got a hold of all of his images and they made them all anti-Semitic posts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, although going back to the avatars thing, I will say that one thing I do kind of like about the commentary community compared to I guess the political commentary community with TJ and those guys is the fact that even if sometimes they're using I guess generic anime characters, it comes down to they're showing expressions and it's not the same pose the entire time. It's one of the reasons why I love the Armored Skeptic's presentation, because I love how animated his persona is.
Yeah, it does look like it's more alive. I guess more suspension disbelief. I don't know the right term.
A lot better than Undooms.
A lot better than Sargon's.
Well, Sargon started to use kind of more animated instead of just the head up there. He's got a couple poses.
I remember when he had a hand-drawn picture of his avatar, too.
I don't really have much against the still image thing, because I understand when people don't really want to spend so much time doing all these pictures and they just want to get the point across. I'm starting to do that now, in all honesty. I have one avatar picture so far. I'm going to get more poses, but I'm probably going to use just the one for a while. And half of that is because because the CC gets so pissed off if you don't use multiple poses. They will rip into you if you use one image. It's pretty funny.
What's the next thing?
It's a nitpicky visual presentation thing.
What's the...
lazy.
I mean, who actually has really complained about that? Because, I mean, I'm just kind of curious on that.
People complain when I use gameplay, so...
Well,
I've seen that. They have.
I mean, you were kind of pulling a Leafy right there with the gameplay thing.
Oh my god, yeah, that's... Thank you for saying what literally everyone else has said, but...
Well, he ruined the Leeson style, man.
No, not really, because I use... First of all... Why do people pretend Leafy invented using gameplay in YouTube videos?
I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying.
And two, the structure of my videos and the content of my videos have nothing to do with Leafy and are in no way similar to Leafy. So I'm not sure how exactly that works, but okay.
I'm not really saying that he invented it. I'm just saying it's kind of the style that he's known for doing, and people have actually coined it towards him that way. I'm not saying
it's not right. It's not fair, but life isn't.
Yeah, $20 okay?
Yeah, although at least in regards to gameplay, I think Ski, you managed to be really creative with it. Just when you were playing friggin' Lorenzo's game and you got to the friggin' minigame, you're also I'm making salsa.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I've still never beaten that game yet. Have you managed to beat the game?
I don't remember.
Wait, that's actually a game? I thought that's...
Yes, Lorenzo's
made a bunch of
game
games.
designer.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
Well,
that.
I mean, he uses Game Maker, but yeah.
Undertale was made in Game Maker.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
It was.
Undertaker was... not Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Undertale was made with... I forget which game engine it was. It wasn't that one, though.
Oh, it was RPG Maker?
No, it was a basic game engine, but it wasn't one of those ones. It wasn't the most generic ones. It was just it's one of those free to use ones. I'll have to look it up.
So what I obviously was going to try and get to the plug for both of you guys. What's the next thing that you're both respectively working on?
Is it a JoJo commentary, Ski?
No, it is not. I'm gonna have to get around to that. What I'm working on right now is the new more politics focused show I'm working on. The streams that I'll do frequently, and I'm debating on whether I should do it or not, but I'm debating on talking about the Richard Spencer getting punched in the face thing, because I hate Richard Spencer, but people are fucking stupid.
It's a very interesting issue to unpack. I recall I actually read an article that Christina Hoff Summers retweeted that talked about like how like yes, it's fine to feel satisfied about him getting punched and stuff, but it doesn't change like the tactic of it. Like
he got
punching and running
punched.
someone. Yeah, punching and
people are
running
acting
away.
like that was such a noble move. Like no, he fucking sucker punched a guy. He's a cowardly bitch. Richard Spencer is a cowardly bitch, and so is this guy. If you sucker punching someone is not difficult.
I mean,
it is not brave either.
No, just with the whole metaphor, just because you're using napalm on like terrorists, that doesn't change the fact that you're using fucking napalm.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's so brave, though.
Oh,
it's so brave for them to launch napalm from miles away.
Say, since you
hear me?
Yeah, Game Maker.
It's so brave of us to drone people in Gaza.
Okay, Ski, quick question. What do you think about the mass hysteria and the perhaps the poor reaction to the latest election then, since we're going to talk about politics?
Right. I think the reaction has been very poor because here's the thing. I think there's a lot of things to say about Trump. There's a lot of criticisms you can make, and the media is making approximately fucking none of them. They're focusing on trivial things, and I think that really needs to stop. They're focusing on what Jimmy Fallon tussling his hair one time, which was humanizing him or something, and they don't like that. It's just a shitstorm of things that don't matter because the media just doesn't know how to function as journalists anymore. It's
the left is having a complete fucking breakdown right now.
Pretty much.
We have fucking normal people joining up with the anarcho-communists supporting communism to take over America. We have feminists fucking having Sharia law supporting Muslims running the fucking feminist mark, handing out burqas to people. It's just insanity.
I guess the mines were about 5 years too late.
God, it's just so stupid. It's so fucking dumb. They don't even realize how fucking retarded they're being.
I mean, speaking from experience, at least when I did kind of freak out when Trump got elected, but it was only like for a couple days at most, and then I just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna calm down because that's yes, it was two tops. So I was just gonna calm down. Like I saw some just like very calming videos, but I still see people like freaking out. It's like, come on, guys, just ignore him. Go back to your everyday lives. It's better than like being in perpetual panic because it's not fucking healthy.
Yeah, my main thought was like, wait for him to get in the office, wait for the mean screw up to happen, and wait and pray like hell he gets tossed out. And if he doesn't, you know what? I sat through George W.
That'll
Bush.
put Mike Pence in charge.
Well, that's your problem.
The media's hot topic now is fucking JonTron. I think we've reached the end. I think we've reached rock bottom.
Oh, yes.
I heard about that podcast he did with Sargon. I saw part of that video today, too.
The person who was bitching at JonTron, PBG, wasn't exactly a smart person either. Like
PBG is fucking dumb.
He legit thought that Sargon was banned because of his opinions.
One more time. Can I hear that?
PBG is fucking retarded. He's so stupid. He works for JonTron, and then he's gonna say, "I'm not friends with the guy." It's like, Normal Boots is John's fucking company. He owns that shit.
PBG is a Jew that eats babies. He eats aborted fetuses. He drinks after birth, and he's a terrible person. Please use that as a soundbite.
Oh god. I know.
So
I'm assuming Ski knows why he's doing
into a meme.
Oh god damn, that was.
I would say that JonTron is libertarian right at most, and people are treating him like a fucking Nazi, and it's fucking dumb.
Because did you see that tweet that Daily Beast faggot that was the same guy talking about Jimmy Fallon? Basically, he showed this joke picture of JonTron dressing up as a Nazi, and he used that as a point.
It's fucking dumb.
Oh god, I remember that. That was so stupid.
Ryan's a Nazi because he's done Milsdorf Rittler. He's a Nazi.
Hey guys, everybody who voted for Trump is a Nazi, and if you're not, you're a lying piece of shit.
Hey, Nazis have feelings too.
Hey guys, Doodle Tones is a woman because she uses a voice changer. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh, Manga's actually dead.
Oh.
If you find that too distasteful, you can cut it out.
No. A long time ago, I used to edit shit out when I was a long time ago when I was trying to impress and get the nicer people in my fandom. Now that I've got all the nice people, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Look, ski, and I don't care if people hear me on this one.
If Doodle takes that seriously, that will be the most hilarious thing ever.
Ski, Pete. She's more of a woman than Lily Pete.
Oh.
I actually give Lily Pete credit because she uses her real voice because she knows it's more it sounds better because she's in voice therapy apparently, like working on her other voice, but she doesn't just use like a voice changer or whatever because obviously that would be annoying. She uses the voice that she's actually knows how to make sound good.
Do you actually find Doodle's voice changer really annoying though?
Kinda.
I'll
It does
say
get
this.
grating.
MDXLRs.
I don't think I find it as annoying as other people, but yeah, it does get grating after long periods of listening to it.
I'll say
Fair
this: I've been subscribed to one of Doodle Tones page for over like maybe 2 years now. The Doodle Reviews channel, and it was worse. Doodle's improved on the voice changer. Like on the review channel, the voice changer was utter garbage a while back.
Well, I made my bed. I'm
this
going to go
was-
sleep in it.
Yeah, I remember those. What was that thing about? Apparently, her voice changer had a more convincing feminine voice that was like $1.50, and she refused to pay for it. Was that true?
I can't prove that she refused to pay for it. She told me that she hasn't gotten the DLC, and I stole the DLC, and it had better feminine voices.
It's like, here, download the season pass to get all these voices.
I know what you're worried about, Cameron. What do you think Lily Pete's gonna magically listen to an alt CC podcast? Come on.
It's like
Anthony, she listens to you though.
Okay, I will timestamp the part. I was like, here's where Cameron gets unfriended on Skype by Lily Pete. Will that make you happy, Cameron?
Implying Lily actually pays fucking attention to me.
Yeah, I know.
I swear to God, if I get unfriended and blocked again, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Unfriended too.
I was dumbfounded. I woke up one day and she unfriended me, and I'm like, what's going on? I look online, I see Medicars talking about Doodle. I was like, am I on here? Well, what the fuck? I'm a bigger douchebag. What the hell?
Oh god, that meltdown, I swear.
Oh, he's kind of moved on from me from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's like, okay, we mentioned Anthony, but now we're going to talk about these guys.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about every other threat to the CC that's come about. They've always moved on because they're usually bigger or they just don't have a reason to care. While the alt CC isn't going anywhere, and that's kind of what makes it a bigger threat, I think.
Yeah, or alternatively, you guys just kind of get them out.
Yeah.
By the way, Dillon, I had an idea. And it was probably going to get me in trouble and piss off fucking goddamn most of the alt CC. I'll just say it right now. You guys ever seen the I Am Autism commercial?
Oh, God.
I think I know.
Do you know what I was going to do? I am the alt CC. I was just going to redub it with that, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to have a lot of salt.
I'm pretty sure they can take a joke. We've been laughing a lot of the fucking stupid videos.
No, well, I knew the funny thing is that, like, I was like, this will probably piss off everyone else a lot more. That's what makes me want to really fucking do
the
it.
only person you might piss off is Mr. Inferno. The rest of us can take a joke.
Are you throwing shade on Mr. Inferno?
I don't know who Mr. Inferno is.
We need to expose this.
He gets a little offended too quickly, but we all have our own individual problems.
Triggers.
Yeah.
Oh god, God, the weirdest thing. Totally off topic. Funny thing was like my drama teacher was actually fucking complaining about how like triggers were co-opted from how it was a drama term to like be used like that.
I didn't know that.
It's fucking feminists that ruined the word trigger.
Yeah, because like oddly enough, in acting, trigger is mainly used as it's kind of used in the same way of like triggering, like say a specific emotion to like say like, oh, this person does this, I should react this way, or my facial expression and body should change this way.
Stop trying to trigger my son.
All right.
Oh yeah. Quick question for you guys: what do you think of the alt CC memes? Like the memes that are posted to the page and the memes that are posted to the Twitter.
Memes are bad. It's my turn to talk. You're being immature.
God.
Who wants to go first?
I didn't even know there were memes on the page.
I mean, I don't really
oblivious.
I don't really follow the Twitter that much. The most
How
honestly,
dare you? Everyone does. Everyone and their mother from the farthest reaches of society all come together. It's like the mecca of
all 24
everything.
people that exist in this world follow us.
The only reason I knew about like Darkseid and the alt CC was actually because of Hunter and like watching his video on it with Black Power.
That is how I found him actually, was through freaking Hunter. I was like, what's this?
Hunter fucking made a bad trend. He made a video saying why I'm joining the alt CC, and then other people thought all they had to do was say I'm joining the alt CC.
It's like
I'm
lemmings.
like, no.
Yeah,
It's not that.
I have a propensity for unintentionally creating cancers that just kind of grow of their own
You gotta turn
volition.
away from the alt CC.
Nihilistic snake saying, "I'm joining the alt CC." No, you're not.
He can barely get his own group going.
Okay,
Go take you and your venom
hold
elsewhere.
it, hold it. To be fair, if you see freaking goddamn Chamber of My Hearts joining a group, you're probably like, I'm overqualified.
Snake would just make another Chambers incident happen.
Jesus.
Oh god.
You said something about Doodle? Triggered.
Oh god, it's the only meme I did end up seeing in the alt CC was the one that Hunter was trying to make a thing like it was a challenge.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
When we were having a little bit of problems with For No Good Reason, there was a bunch of For No Good Reason memes posted on the Twitter, and when we were having a little spat with Doodle, there was Doodle memes, and then there was some Chambers memes on the Twitter.
Like the one where Doodle Tones, she gets so
The one
she
that
doesn't trust. She
dumbfounded me
gets so
on
paranoid that she blocks herself.
This is, as I recall, a long time ago. You told me like that when Ryan was going to do his like entire thing on the MLP analysis community, that you might have wanted to do a similar thing a long time ago.
A long time ago, I considered it. I just never got down to it.
Who would you have done that Ryan? Who would you have done that Ryan didn't do?
I had a few ideas, probably like the skeptic community or something, because I do have problems with them.
Do you guys think there's another irrelevant community that Doodle could make like an hour-long video on?
Top 10s? Or did she do that?
Yeah.
Oh, she has like a lot. I remember one time she did a video on the beer drinking community or something.
What?
On beer drama. I'm not joking. This is a real thing.
Jesus
I showed her a different thing. It was the tobacco dipping community.
I sometimes like I like to look into these echo chambers Doodles explores, and I'm like, yeah, no, and then I walk away.
Like, here's my commentary on this Budweiser commercial. Jesus.
There's some things.
No, it's not like Budweiser commercials. It's like these guys that think they have like this immaculate taste in liquor, and they just argue with each other over the internet.
Yeah, there's beer snobs out there.
Girl, you're both pretty.
Oh yeah, just giving a little promotion. Blaze of Arcana says he's doing a series on the alt CC, so everyone go support that.
I can't wait for it.
Till Cameron literally corrected me. I thought Blaze of Arcana
was Mr. A.
was dating Kayden.
Oh my god.
I thought that was the person. I was like, isn't that so-and-so? See, I know shit about the CC.
God, speaking of the alt CC, if there's any one thing I do, this is a really little thing that I like that you guys did, was you have an entire playlist of videos about the alt CC, whether they're like good or bad.
It's just anytime we're mentioned at all, period. We're gonna miss some every now and again, but as soon as we find one, we try to update it. And because everyone has access to the pages, it gets updated pretty frequently.
Okay, who made the best and the worst alt CC video then, outside of the alt CC?
I don't know if there's been a best. Like, there's been some pretty good ones for cringe reasons. I guess for right now, the best video mentioning the ult would have to be like, fuck, I can't decide. I guess Agostos. I really like Agostos.
Fucking Agosto. If I were to shove my nose and get brown, I would say I really liked Anthony's video when he talked about like hearing out other people's opinions and why sometimes those opinions don't get heard out on how to Brony too.
Really
which one
good.
was that? Oh, which one? Oh,
how to Brony too.
I sat there and said, if I make it a commentary video, I'm gonna look at 300 to 400 views, and I was like, how can I, as Dillon said, how can I mislead people? How can I spin a narrative here? I know, bringing people the truth is brony, which is bullshit. But
Telling.
I was like,
apparently me and Doodle are bronies all of a sudden.
Well, no, I didn't say you guys were. I said me bringing light to it would be like a brony thing for me. That's how I was trying to bullshit it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, you wanted exposure, and I got you fucking as many views as like I said. It would have got about as many views as you would have did on me if I would have made it a commentary and just said, and I would have got 400 views. I called it How To Brony, and all of a sudden I got like 800, 900 views. People click on what the fuck they want to hear. And
yeah, I finally took your advice and just moved the commentaries to a new page, because they were doing horrible on my main page. No one really only a small majority of people gave a shit, and I really shouldn't force fans
when you finish your other videos, just say at the end, and don't forget to check out my other channel, put up a link to your top of your playlist. Someone might click it. Someone might leave it up for the whole goddamn day. You'll get retention. That's like a penny off each video or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Oh yes, and speaking of plugs, the person who sang the intro to Anthony's video was Brie Lizzie T. She's an amazing singer. Go sub to her now. I don't care if you don't know what MLP is. Go listen to her sing. She's fucking amazing.
I've actually got her music from her. That, it's a fucking nightmare. I got her audio. I listened to it, and I'm like, this doesn't sound like her regular videos. And I look through it, and she's like, oh, there's I got to hire a musician. I already got that, and I've got to get someone to sample the music together. Oh, let me go hunt down this person. And I'm like, this is a fucking nightmare. I got to sit there and talk to 3 people to put a song together. Jesus Christ! I wish I was just buying artwork again.
See, that's the sad thing about the Sonic Tuber community. We don't have anybody with like really great talents like that. There's no like one person for singing, one person for this, one person for that. No, that doesn't fucking exist.
Oh, Dillon, since you kind of know, but you ever watch any Sonic Paradox?
Kinda, but not. I was really into it a few years back. It is one of the channels that inspired me to be a Sonic page.
I didn't pick up on when I was being a dick about the Sonic thing. I forgot that Dillon was involved in Sonic. That was like,
well, yeah, I'm actually.
I forgot. I swear to God, no. It was when I was like.
Shockingly enough, I'm an outcast of the Sonic Tuber community. Who could have guessed for being a dick?
Okay.
How dare you support Sonic Mania?
Oh God! Speaking of Sonic, Dillon, do you know what Cold Steel is?
Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
We are not going to read that off right now.
But personnel.
Not
Cold Steel is that a troll?
No,
Okay.
it's a joke. It's a joke about like DeviantArt Sonic OCs.
There's a video of it. We're not going to read it off right here, but I'll definitely throw it to you. You should check this out because it's a minute.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Cold Steel the Hedgehog. Yeah, no, I think that will not be read off in yet another podcast. 1, Toon's not here, and 2, I don't want to hear it again.
Fucking damn it!
No, damn it, Cameron, that has to die.
But yeah, I got into the Sonic Tuber community, and they're just all assholes. Like, there's only a small majority of people I can even bear that are Sonic Tubers. Just don't even bother getting to know these people.
You'll never find a more wretched.
Well, by Sonic Tuber, do you mean like people who specifically focus on Sonic, or would you say like people who
only focus on Sonic, like
Blue Rush,
Emmy, Blue Rush, people like that?
Can you make a good living doing that?
What?
I didn't mean to. Okay, I did sound condescending, so I'll walk it back.
You can make a living talking about Sonic? What the fuck?
I didn't.
You can make a living being Chris Chan?
Hey.
You know what? I've gone out of my way to never really see anything on Chris Chan.
No, I was saying I brought it up because I was just mentioning that every community hates me for some reason.
Oh, that's your subscriber, or that's your commentary channel. Okay, let me give that a sub.
I was going to touch upon that when I saw your character. It seemed very, I don't know. You had that kind of Mike Pence-ness to you. Where like, I know something you don't, and I'm going to smarten you up, and that's what made me want to hit you.
Mike Pence-ness.
Mike's Pence-ness.
I think
is he gonna give someone electroshock therapy?
Yeah, maybe.
I think my
he's gonna slap the gay right out of you.
I think my new character.
If you like the cock, you're gonna get a shock.
I think my new character really shows what I want to take with my personality. It's more cocky looking than the old one that just kind of stared into your soul.
I remember that one. Bring back old Dillon.
No.
Make Dillon great again.
Oh god. I think that's a rock around the cock or whatever the fuck is a beautiful way to end this podcast. What do you say, guys?
Yeah, I can stop anytime. I don't care.
Alright, cool.
Also, Chambers is a vampire who comes out of the grave every time there's blood on the CC. That's why she came back after she apparently apologized and was done with the CC.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was
her time of the month. We'll just put it that way.
Okay. So I'm gonna check and see how fucking long